Good morning, children. Welcome to class. How are you all, children? Hello, children. Do you know who I am? I am a pig. Have you seen me? Now I'm going to tell you something that happened to one of my fellow men. In 1386, a pig was executed in France. There wasn't a great detail of civil rights in the Middle Ages, and it turns out there weren't a great deal of animal rights either. So much so that they were even subject to human justice. One such case happened in France where a pig attacked a child's face who later died due to the wounds. The pig was arrested, kept in prison, and then sent to court where it stood trial for murder, was found guilty, and then executed by hanging. Is it not interesting, children? A pig being executed. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about fundamental rights and duties. Okay. Do you know what are fundamental rights, children? Do you know what are your duties? Now, what is the difference between a right and a duty? Do you know that, children? What is the difference between a right and a duty? See, rights and duties, they go hand in hand. Okay. For example, you have the right to get education, but it is your duty to go to school. Okay, you can demand for education, but you have to go to school to learn. So do you know the rules of our school? You are all very familiar, no, the rules of our school. What is the most important rule, children? You all know that as soon as you enter the school gate, you are supposed to speak only in English. You know that. And then what are the duty we have, children? What are the duty you have in school? You have to wear proper school uniform. You have to, on the specific dates, you have to wear normal uniform, and some specific dates you have to wear your sports uniform. You have to wear proper shoes along with your uniform. You should be neat and tidy. All that are your duties. Okay. So now what is your duty in the class, children? The first rule is you have to obey the teacher. Okay, and you must not change your seats in the middle of the class because you will be disturbing all the others in the class. And then if the teacher asks you any question, you have to raise your hand to answer. All of you should not join together and do mass answering because it will distract the class. Okay. And do you know why these rules are made, children? Rules are made so that the class can work together properly without disturbing others. Now, do you know that you as children have some rules that all the citizens of the country have to follow? Now, do you know who a citizen is? A citizen is a person who is a member of a country. A citizen enjoys the rights given to him by the country. Okay. Now, whom do you think sets these rules, children? Who sets rules for the citizens? The Constitution of India sets these rules. Okay. The set of rules of a country is known as a constitution. And one important information I will give you. Now, suppose a foreigner wants to become a citizen of our country. He must have lived in our country for 12 solid years. Okay. Remember this fact. The foreigner should have lived in our country for 12 solid years to become an Indian citizen. Now, I am going to tell you about the rights that you as children have. Okay, all over the world different policies and rights are followed, and these rights ensure that every child is treated the same and no discrimination is shown between them. Okay, now you have 4 basic rights. The 4 basic rights for children are the right to survival, the right to development, the right to protection, and the right to participation. Okay. Now we will learn one by one. I'll elaborate and tell you what each one is. Okay. Now first one is right to survival. It is to ensure that every child has access to minimum standards of food. Okay. At least you must have a square meal thrice a day. And this helps in the healthy growth in all children. Then there are different rights for children below the age of 6 and different rights for the children below the ages between 6 and 14 years. Okay, this is because both the age groups, they will have different needs for their growth and development. So their food needs are not always the same. So this difference is shown. Okay. And in this right, we have the wash program also. You all remember, children, we all wash our hands. We are asked to wash our hands properly during this pandemic. You all know that, no? When we go out and come in or we touch something, our parents ask us to wash our hands properly and then come. Okay. So now what does this wash stand for, do you think, children? It has got a particular meaning. Okay. Now W stands for water, S stands for sanitation, and H stands for hygiene. So this means children should have access to clean water for drinking and all other needs. Okay. So you have to wash your hands regularly. That is the wash program, and this also comes under the right, that right for survival. Okay. Now next we are going to learn about the right to development. Now what is the right to development, children? Every child has the right to go to school and develop life skills, and no one can stop children from getting admission in a government school. Okay, nobody can stop him from getting admission into an government school, and all children below the age of 14, they have the right to go to school, and the government is responsible for providing free education for all. And have you heard about child labor, children? Have you seen small children working in factories and in other workshops and other places? Now see this picture. What do you see in this picture, children? Just have a look at this picture. Okay, now children are involved in different kinds of work at different places. This is called as child labor. It is illegal to force children below the age of 14 to work. Okay. Anyone who employs the children below the age of 14 will have a legal action taken against him. So, all children below the age of 14 must go to school and get educated. It is your right. Okay. So, how can you prevent this? If you see somebody working in a factory, any child below the age of 14 working in a factory, or even if you see somebody assaulting a child who is below the age of 14, then what can you do? What will you do, children? First thing you can call an elder and tell. Okay. But suppose the elder is not able to take any action, then you can call the child line number, child helpline number, which is 1098. Okay, immediately you can go to any public booth and you can call 1098, and it is only a free service. You will not be charged for that. Okay, children. So whenever you see something illegal happening for a child, you can at once call this number and inform them, and they will take severe action. Now the next right is right to protection. Okay. You know the meaning of protection, no? Right to protection. Okay. So now children have the right to be protected in all the circumstances. The Indian government has set some laws for the same. There are laws to punish people who touch children inappropriately. You have heard about good touch and bad touch, no? The girls will be more familiar with this, and so any mishandling takes place by an elder or even anyone, even a relative, you know, children should be very careful. If you feel that they are touching you in unwanted places, you can at once call an elder and tell him, or immediate action what you can do is shout at the top of your voice so that everybody can hear you. Okay, and ask for help, and keep an eye out for danger and be very confident. Don't be afraid of anyone, children. If in such cases, just shout in top of your voice, or you can even take some things and bang them. Okay, and then ask for help from anybody who is nearby. This is your right. Okay, so don't be afraid. It is your right. You will not punish for anything. The person who mishandles you will be punished. And even we have another law for children in this right to protection. Okay, no one can hurt or hit a child. No person should hit or hurt a child. Okay, and elders should always help to create a safe environment for children to live. In foreign countries, we have heard many cases, no, where children, they call the police and inform them that their parents are beating them. I don't think in our country such things takes place, because we are all very we are not so very bold to blame our parents. But in foreign countries, even small children, no, they are brave enough to call the police when the parent hits them or hurts them and they do some mistake. Okay. But this will not be followed in our this thing nation, I think. So what is you understood about right to protection? Children, you protect yourselves from danger, and as I already told you, you can even call the police, and you can also call the child helpline number if you are assaulted by an adult. Okay. The next one is right to participate. You have the right to participate in all the matters related to them. Okay. This will include, you can ask questions, you can give suggestions, and you can make decisions in things that affect you. Even for your school, if you have any suggestions to make, if you think something is not proper, if suppose water is not coming in the toilet, or you're not getting good drinking water, anything like that, you have the right to ask questions, you can raise questions, or you can even give suggestions how the school can improve all this. Okay. Now what is the target of our school? The target of our school is all the children should speak only in English. Okay. So you can give suggestions as to how to improve this, how to make all the children who are speaking in Tamil to speak in English. We have already taken many suggestions from you, so you already know what is this. Okay. You know what is the right to participate. And you can also make decisions in things which are affecting you. Now all these are about your rights, children. Now I am going to tell you about your duties. What are your duties as children? First of all, you must obey your parents. Okay, all your elders, your parents, your teachers, and everybody who is giving you advice, even if it is a stranger. Suppose he is saying something good to you, you are doing some mischief, and the stranger tells you not to do it, you have to obey. That is your duty. And it is your duty to wear proper uniform and go to school. It is your duty to write your tests, listen to your teacher, stay quiet in class, and not misbehave in school. And it is your duty to follow all the school rules. Okay, children, you understood what are rules, duties, and your rights? Will you all follow them? I think this lesson was interesting for you. You understood the lesson. It's an easy lesson. Yeah, thank you, children. Don't forget to play your Kahoot, to do your quizzes, to write your test, and to do your worksheet. Also watch the recorded video, and also join in all your Zoom classes. Okay, the live Zoom classes are very interesting. Nowadays you're not coming to school, so you won't be able to see your friends, but once you come into the Zoom session, you will be able to see all your classmates, all your friends from the next class, and so it will be very interesting. Okay, children, please come to the live Zoom sessions also, even though you watch the recorded lessons. And you already know that all your tests and your assignments, your worksheet, everything must be written in your social classwork. In case you have forgotten it, your social classwork is a 120 pages ruled notebook. Okay, children, will you write your tests? I am expecting all of you to do your tests and your Kahoot, your quizzes, and your worksheet. Okay, children. Thank you, children. Bye. Take care.